Namaste everyone, this is Pradnya here. I am collaborating with my dear friend Anja, and I would definitely like to introduce Anja to all those who don't know her, because on specifically on my channel I had hosted Anya's Empower Hour, and she has already shared about her spiritual journey and her association with Venusian spirituality. So most of you already know her, but today we are here for a different reason, and there is something very exciting that we want to share today. So let's welcome Anja.
Thank you very much, Pradnya. And I welcome you as well, because we are both now in the same boat. We are both hosting each other. And so thank you for this beautiful introduction. And yes, I would like, for those people on my channel and who don't know Pradnya, probably most of you don't know her because it's the first time that I'm introducing her now today. So Pradnya has become a very, very dear friend of mine. It started with private sessions last year because of my own spiritual upgrade that I received last year. I started an expanded journey of finding myself and finding truth and realizing who I truly am. So throughout this process, I needed some guidance because there was so much happening within me that I had to deal with. And so I found Pradnya's channel, which is Awaken with Pradnya, on YouTube, and I started watching her videos, and they helped me tremendously navigating through my processes. And now, 1 year later, we found out that we are always in contact. We are still in contact, and I now helped her with also a little bit with reading her book, because she is about to publish a book. And throughout our conversations, everything just developed so naturally. And that's why we are sitting here today, because we have something really exciting that we are working on, and that we are now already, although it's still such a small plant, it's like a seed that was seeded probably when we met for the first time, because a wonderful exchange started right in the beginning. But of course, at that point, I was a seeker and she was the teacher. And something was already seeded in the ground. And now the little plant is coming up. And that's what we want to talk about today.
Absolutely. I mean, this is such a wonderful experience that you are doing something, and while doing something, you meet certain people, and then you start realizing that, oh, she looks like a soul sister. And there is so much which we start connecting with each other, and there is this beautiful connection. I can't even call it like a friendship, it's much more than that. There are a lot of other layers to what we feel for that bond. So I have definitely developed that sort of a connection with Anja, and I'm sure it's blossoming. And yeah, there are so many things unfolding very naturally, and I'm so excited and so thankful actually.
Yeah, me too. I mean, everybody probably who's watching us, I guess, is aware of the big transformation process of the earth. So we are really going through tremendous changes. Every individual is going through tremendous changes, and the earth itself as well, because it affects the whole galaxy. It affects our whole solar system. The liberation of souls. It's about the liberation of souls who have been encaged and entrapped throughout millennia. And now the galactics, in collaboration with the Earth Spirit, are aligning with each other. I mean, it's a big process. It started already a long time ago. However, at the moment, it's clearly coming to it's accelerating. So the changes are accelerating, and that's why many people are going also through spiritual awakening processes individually. And there are many avenues of awakening, as we all know. So first of all, of course, the realization is that we are souls, and this is something that so many people who are on the path of awakening still have trouble with really realizing it. And because there's so much mental and so much emotional and the physical in between, it's like little blocks or layers that are in between our true self as a soul and the divine. And this is what I already have realized as my reality, and Pradnya as well, because we already went through awakening processes and purging ourselves, our emotions, our mental bodies, and all that through the last decades. Since we are now going through this transformation of the earth process, and our souls align each other with each other, and we already have reached a certain level of awakening. So it just makes sense to unite our powers and to unite our souls in a new way, so that others can participate in this field to also find whatever they are still in need of, and to just enjoy the beauty of being together as awakened souls, and to make a new experience in a beautiful area. And that's when the retreat idea comes in.
Somewhere I have always been feeling, even when since the pandemic hit, because that time it was like an extreme different type of a feeling that everybody's locked inside and nobody can meet physically each other, and there is like a huge sense of separation, all over the planet. Like there is this sense of separation and isolation and things like that. And at that particular time I was thinking that when will we actually come together and start physically meeting our soul brothers and sisters again. So um, this whole feeling that someday, I mean, so many days, so many years, all these people who are awakening, and people interacting on Quora, or people watching videos on YouTube, everybody is isolated. Like they are navigating their journey on their own, in their own house. They don't know who to talk to, who to relate to. There is no physical feeling of connecting with somebody on the same level where they are vibrating currently at. So that was kind of a big gap, that how do we actually bridge this whole gap of feeling lonely, feeling alone, navigating this journey, the spiritual experience on your own. And then when I used to take sessions of people, when I am taking sessions of people on day-to-day basis, I do meet people who ask me like, can we get together? Is there any way to meet you? Is there any way to actually meet people who are like-minded? Is there anything? And that's when I started thinking of something like this, that why can't I actually make some sort of event, or gathering, or something like that, where people can come together and they start connecting with each other and share their experiences, and we can do something beautiful together. We can make really that experience very beautiful, memorable, which also helps you to shift somewhere, at a better place. And last to last year, when I went to India, I did host one meetup. It was just a coffee meeting that people came to meet me, and it was a very nice meeting. And that gave me this whole vibe that, oh, if a meeting, just a mere coffee meeting, can be so good, imagine how a actual serious gathering for 2 to 3 days would feel like. And that's when that seed of planning something like that was always there inside me. And then when you came in the picture, and you also started telling me that you feel that there is this innate sense of purpose inside your heart, that you really want to reach out to people, bring people together physically to experience something, and conduct something which can bring shift in the whole collective. Somewhere I felt that, oh, okay, this is like kind of being aligned with me, what I have been thinking. And this is so true, that these things can't be done on your own. You need a team, you need a partner, you need a soulmate to be with you to actually carry forward such things. So when you started thinking about all these things and telling me all these things, I knew that, okay, There is something which we could do together, and here we are, finally. How did you, okay, you were individually working on this whole Venusian aspect of spirituality. You have been into publishing books, you have your own YouTube channel. How did you think, or how did you arrive at that particular place that you felt, okay, I want to organize something physically as an event? Why did you feel that?
Well, that's an amazing question. I would say because I can answer this question in kind of a very spiritual terminology. I would say that I'm coming in, or that I'm coming from the heart center, from the innermost heart center chakra, that I'm in the process of bringing more light into my physical self, while at the same time purging my mental and my emotional self continually. So connecting with other people in that tremendous amount of what is happening at the moment has just started last year, because in all the 52 years before, I was mostly on my own, working with my own self, not married, no children, maybe one or two close friends. That's about it. And the process of coming more together physically with people, and with communicating on a different level, with working with people on a different level, neither as the employee or the boss, but really on an eye-to-eye level, is something that has just entered my own spiritual evolution and my own way. Actually, in this case, I know that this was because of Dr. Raymond Keller's entering my life in 2021. So it's almost 2 years ago. But this is a different area. Nobody who doesn't know him or our story can now relate to that. But I am sharing that this is a process of bringing myself into the position of being able to connect with people more and more, communicating more and more on an eye-to-eye and on a heart-to-heart level, and now even coming more into the physical self. And then in the end, this is the end of this talk now, of my talk, even coming together physically. It's bringing the pure light, the pure soul's essence of my own self to a place where I'm able to hold space, where I'm able to be stable, even when my surroundings are not stable yet. I can hold the light. I was just in America giving talks, and I want to give presentations and be present in Germany soon as well, more and more, not only sitting here at the computer and talking with a virtual reality.
True.
And I
True.
feel this is a tremendous importance of also, supporting this timeline of reality, of natural, organic, being together with people. We want to go the path of natural consciousness development, rather than going more into imprinting or putting technology into ourselves, or being more addicted to technology that we already are. So being physically together, really, and
Yeah.
also making decisions, maybe, hey, where are we living? Can we build something up in our area together, so that people connect physically, found little communities, maybe eventually, really connect on the heart level, and do meditation together, or do gardening together, or develop whatever together, what they love. This is my first step in my own soul mission. And that's why I feel that physically coming together in retreats and talks, in sessions physically, is the next evolutionary step to bring light to the planet.
Absolutely. I completely second that. And I really feel it because when I am doing these everyday sessions on Zoom, everything is happening online, everything is happening
Mm-hmm.
digitally. And my soul really craves for that physical connection also, that there is a need for connecting physically. At least we can start. We don't know how far we can take, but eventually it would unfold in a big way. But yeah, we need to start somewhere. And that's why I was very, very excited with this idea that, okay, we could do something. So, um, how do I say this? So, when me and Anya started talking about this idea and we got excited, the first question came to our mind that if at all we want to host something like this, what would be the place? Where do we want to host something like this where people come together and start this whole experience? And then my first thought coming to my mind is my own place where I stay, that is Dubai, because Dubai is a location which is in the Middle East, and most of the countries can easily access this place. It's not too far for the Western countries, it is not too far for the Eastern countries as well. So it's like really strategically located. And I stay here, so managing things at my end is relatively easy instead of finding something where, reaching there and figuring things out is next to impossible or not so easy. As this is my first experience, I thought might as well do it where I know everything on the ground level. And Anya was absolutely excited with that thought. And because of that, we are right now in this process of bringing something together, putting something together as a retreat of 3 to 4 days in Dubai. And I'm very excited to say that.
Yes, ta ta ta.
And
Yes.
we decided to do this video because I thought, and even Anya thought, we thought that um, sharing this thought from day one and making everybody a part of this process, that how we are actually bringing together this whole thought of making everybody come physically together, this needs to be shared. Like everybody needs to be a part of this whole process, how this is unfolding to its final stage. And that is why we are making this video in the first place.
Yes, exactly. Because, we are making use of the technology now, but we are not sticking or going just only into the technology part, but we are using it to announce what we are doing, to show ourselves, to share what we are planning, so that you can already connect to us virtually. You can already send us comments, you can already say that you're interested, or if you're interested, or what you're interested in, or just you
Yes.
can already connect with us now and follow what we are going to share in the next month, because we just started working on that a few months ago. We kept talking about it, and now it's going more and more concrete. Of course, I don't know, those who already organized events or retreats might have an idea how much work and attention such a project needs, especially when you're doing it for the first time. And of course, it's going to be a 5D, 3D event. So there are many, many things to consider. For example, I'm just mentioning it now, Pradnya, the part of responsibility. We are already discussed that, Pradnya and myself. So we are not going into big contracts, and we don't want to take over your responsibility. It's more like an experience of also self-responsibility. It's when you decide that you feel like drawn to this experience and to be part of this and to participate in it, you are responsible for your own self, for your physical self, and for your mental self, for your emotional self. It's not us. Right,
Yeah.
Pradnya?
And actually, when we started thinking of this idea, we had a lot of ifs and buts. Like, okay, this is something. I mean, there are so many people who are making spiritual treats as a big business, getting completely on some different track. And we are well aware that we are not here to completely commercialize these things on that level. We are very much aware that we are here to create big value to a lot of people. So it should not happen that it is completely out of your reach, you can't even go there. We don't want to do that, and we want to accommodate everybody with all, considering all the aspects of when it comes to going somewhere, booking a retreat, and actually attending that retreat. However, we cannot neglect certain practical aspects when it comes to managing this event or hosting this event. There will be certain expenses which would come, and we would have to suffice those expenses. But we are absolutely looking towards balancing both the ends.
Exactly.
If you want to say it in a different way, you could probably. I just said whatever I felt.
It's because we feel like this is the next step, probably also in our evolution, but not for us personally only. It's for the whole, it's for the collective, it's
It's for
for
the
the
collective.
planet. And Pradnya has these beautiful this symbol in the back of her mind. It reminds me of this net, and this is how I also picture or visualize the planet, that wherever we meet, whenever we meet, even physically, and bring the light into our physical selves in a certain location together, the impact of light that can come in from the divine to support the transformation process of the earth is tremendous. And just visualize that at the same time others like us are doing similar things, events, retreats, group gatherings, whatever, even individual meditation, really connecting with the divine from the heart is radiating so much love and so much light. And this is helping the transformation process. And this is actually the most important reason why I'm here at all. So all that we do is not about money, because money is just like time. It's a temporary artificial system that is like the ego. It's a temporary artificial system that we needed as souls to be part of this evolutionary process, and so there's nothing to reject and nothing to repel and nothing to dislike or to hate. It's more like, well, I'm just aware. It's not about that. It's just the tools that we use to bring our lights into ourselves and share it with the world.
Right. So I definitely want to say, because I think this that is going to help a lot of people, that our tentative time frame for hosting this retreat is going to be approximately around April 2024. So I really want to stress on that particular month and time, so that all those who really want to make it over there, you can keep that in mind, that somewhere from mid-April to end April, somewhere in that timeline, we will have this event. And I think it was important for us to announce it right now, because planning an international travel needs a lot of advanced scheduling for everybody. So if you are really keen on joining us or coming for a retreat in Dubai in April 2024, you need to be informed right now. So I'm just giving this idea, though the date have not yet been decided.
Exactly.
And we are right now looking for different locations. And me and Anya are going to and fro with different different locations and different hotels and different places, and it's very challenging to I mean, this is just first level research. Of course, we haven't yet even gone there physically and checked the location, but um, I feel it's important to share this, that so many different places in Dubai are extremely beautiful. But
Mm-hmm.
somewhere when I was doing my research, somewhere I started feeling that, oh, this, like, it's an amazing serene place, but you can see the city. So I don't want anything which would remind you of Matrix, you know. You should not be reminded by anything, you know. You don't need to see any other person, people. You don't need to see any city life when you are here in this experience. It's going to be like completely your space and your stuff. So there are amazing places, but they remind you of the matrix. Because anyways, like Dubai is not like a very Dubai is not a city like Bali or Indonesia where you see the jungles around you. It's a different place, but I feel Dubai has its own beauty. Dubai is a desert beauty. Like there is an amazing feeling when you actually go to the Middle Eastern completely yellow colored desert, and there is just that whole earth element, like there is nothing else. It's just desert, and it's so serene. There is no sound, there is nothing. Like it's just you and that desert and that whole connection with the divine. You really feel like reading Rumi poems over there. It's that sort of a feeling. Very Sufi sort of a feeling when you go to the deserts. So I felt that that experience needs to be brought in for people, that how long you are going to struggle in the matrix. Just come, relax for 4 5 days, learn something, shift yourself, strengthen yourself, heal yourself, start vibrating in the energies of union, and then go back with double power. So uh, finding these locations has been a challenge, and of course the location is not yet final, but as we start going ahead and we proceed and the things unfold, of course you all will be updated about the new updates and new information about how we are proceeding towards the whole thing.
Yes.
So that's what I have to say.
Yes, and when it comes, I was just in the back of my mind, I started to smile, because if I was now listening to that and I was now being maybe interested, I would like to know, well, what are they going to do there in this retreat? They're talking about everything, but not what's the plan. And I feel this is maybe before we close this for today, first of all, we will keep you up to date. So this is going to be a new little video series. We will hop into a recording whenever we have really some news, for example, when we have found the location. And the schedule and the program will be also at some point, of course, be written down and shared. But from my perspective, we are again bringing it down. We first comes our soul connection, then comes the idea, then comes the physical location and the date. And so everything is like puzzle pieces. Everything is going to fall into its place. The souls who feel connected to what we are offering, who want to maybe participate, some of them might even have already said, yes, I will be there, no matter what they are doing. We are still on the path. So we will have, of course, a beginning and an ending, and we will have a certain content, but it's going to be very flexible. It's going to be in Venusian time zone combined with Earth time zone. So it's going to be a new development of timing that's still in the very fluid and very much in the flow.
Amazing. Yeah. I mean, I'm already getting excited with this whole idea myself. Anybody who is really resonating with what we are saying and who really want to come there, you can at least start putting your comments and express your interest that, yes, I am willing to be there, so that we would know that you are willing. Whenever we are working on freezing the program or scheduling things, we would make sure that we are informing you the further updates so that you can decide.
If you would like to also give us an idea of what you are struggling with the most and
Yeah.
what your personal intention would be. I mean, just imagine you are stepping into an event, a retreat, and you are going through a big washing machine and you get out of it afterwards. Where do you want to go? So what is your main interest? What you really want to overcome, or what you really feel like, well, this is important for me to learn or to realize? Whatever comes to your mind, write it to us in the comments, because this is what this retreat is going to be about. It's us. It's not just Pradnya and myself, it's all of us. So everybody's learning from everybody. We are learning tremendously from this whole process, from each other, and from you, and from your honest and authentic soul's requests. Because that's what we are providing. We provide the space so that you can find whatever you need.
Right, right. I mean, this has to come from your side, like the people who are going to attend from their side. We don't want to do something like that. We want to prepare something from our end and push it onto you. We don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It would come from you and we would do exactly what is needed. So, yeah, that's all, right, Anja?
Yeah, that's all for today.
Yeah, this is all for today, and we both are going to keep you posted and make sure that everybody writes their feedback on what we have shared over here because we need it. We are not professionals. We are just doing this out of our own heart and the urge of our heart. So it may happen that we might make a lot of mistakes as well. So your feedback is going to be our guideline, in short. So we need your feedback for sure.
Thank you so much. We are looking forward to everything that's coming.
Absolutely.
So bye for now.
Bye for now.